We all live in the world of computers, and it is used for production, reference, entertainment, and it's nearly encountered in every part of human life. But do we ever think how has computer evolved and what are the components that make the computer work? Well, that's in grade 11 computer science, and with no further delay, let's get into the evolution of computer.
Well, it all started with abacus in 500 BC, which is a mechanical device used to do arithmetical calculation and ended up in making turning machine in 1937. Then came transistors in 1947 and integrated circuits in 1970. But now it has become a history. What about present-day computers? What are their components? Let us try to understand. A computer comprises of 5 main components, just like 5 elements in the nature. A computer has input unit, output unit, primary memory, secondary storage unit, and central processing unit. The central processing unit comprises of 2 parts: arithmetic logic unit and control unit. Let's get to know each in compact. From basic, what are input and output devices? The computer cannot understand human language, right? So the input units provides data and control signals. The examples could be mouse or keyboard. Just the opposite, the output units convert digital information into human readable form. Example could be monitor and main or primary memory. Similar to human, the computer also has memory to store information for immediate use in the computer. There are also units for computer memory. These can be measured as bit, where 4 bits is equal to 1 nibble and 8 bits are equal to 1 byte. Now let's see about parts of main memory. Read-only memory is a non-volatile memory that performs only read operation. It could be PROM, EPROM, etc. Where random access memory is a volatile memory that gives application and place to store and access data. It could be dynamic RAM or static RAM. What is a cache memory? It's an extremely fast memory that acts as a buffer between RAM and CPU. It holds frequently requested data and instructions. Getting further into the next component, the storage unit is a non-volatile and persistent in nature that allows users to store data that may be instantly or easily received. Some commonly used storage devices could be hard disk, CDs, and flash memory. The next one, system bus. The system bus is an electronic pathway composed of connecting cables that connect major components of a computer system. The data carrying part of a system bus is called the data bus, and the control instruction carrying part is called as control bus. The memory address carrying part is called as address bus. We are in the world of mobile phones. Till now we saw about computer, but what about mobile phones? What does it consist of? Let's get to know about this. The functional component of mobile system include mobile processor, display subsystem, camera subsystem, mobile system memory, storage, and power management subsystem. Mobile processor. Just like CPU in the computer, mobile has its processor, which could be communication processing unit and application processing unit, which is for making and receiving phone calls and governing and controlling apps. Next comes mobile system memory. It's like a counterpart that a mobile system needs to work. It could be further divided into RAM and ROM. The mobile app when run is first loaded into the RAM and then executed, while in the ROM, it is a part of a mobile system's internal storage. The display subsystem is responsible for providing display facilities, and a camera subsystem is responsible for providing tightly bounded image processing package. Storage. The external storage of mobile is also called as expandable storage. It comes from SD cards or micro SD cards. Power management subsystem is called battery and is responsible for providing power to the mobile subsystem. Getting deeper into the topic, let's come to know components that are responsible for proper functioning of a computer, which is hardware and software. The perceptibly touched and physical components of a computer is called as hardware. It could be input and output devices. The opposite of hardware, software represents a set of programs that govern and operate a computer system and make the hardware run. Software is divided into system software and application software. System software provides a basic functionality to operate computer by interacting directly with the constituent hardware. System software is classified into operating system and language processor. Operating system is a system software that operates the computer. The language processor is a software program designed for processing program code into machine code. The language processor also has its types. Assembler. It converts assembly language into machine language. Interpreter. It translates and executes instruction written in computer program line by line. Then comes compiler, which translates and executes instruction written in computer program in one go. The next category of software is application software. It provides the core functionality to the computer program. The application software is divided into packages and utilities. Packages is a general application software that is feasible to individual users. It could be word processors, spreadsheets, databases, etc. The final one is the utilities. It is software used for maintenance and configuration of computer system. It could be text editor, backup utility, and disk fragmenter.